Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 1185, and today's lecture is classical world and quantum world. It's a very interesting lecture. Once we say two type of world in the universe and especially on this planet Earth. Why I am saying this? Because we are all around the energy, and the carrier of energy is by photon, that is light. So we have to understand very well the light phenomenon, the property of light, how it is behaving, and also everything is made up of atom. Your matter is made up of atom, and I have already given a lot of explanation in the previous lecture, but again I am just giving some to refresh. So all matters, they are made up of atom. Atoms are made up of subparticles, and those subparticles, they are called electron, proton and neutron. And from here, with subparticles, the real game of energy starts. And here, the whole concept of energy of universe also is determined because of subatomic particle of electron, proton, neutron. Now, after the discovery of electron, it was found that all the bonding, chemical bonding, electrovalent bonding, coordinate bonding, I explained everything, is all, whatever is done is by electron, outermost shell. Then Newtonian age came. The model of Newton, he was the greatest scientist, physicist, and his theory was on particle. He believed in particle. Particle means, according to Newton, the light is made up of particle. It's not made up of wave. And he believes in apple is falling to ground, means his experiment says that it is certain, definite, that apple will fall to only ground, it will not go up because of the gravitational force. This is Newton's very, very basic concept of gravitational force and the photon, that is energy. At that time, much was not known. But another Dutch scientist came after a few years in 1800. And all scientists, they accepted Newtonian theory, that is called Newtonian concept, Newton's concept, that all are with particle. Whatever light we are getting, electron is moving, emitting, is all in the form of particle. Then Dutch scientists of group came, they said no. Electron is particle, but the photon, what light we are getting, it can behave sometimes as a electron and sometimes as a wave. So lot of our quantum fathers came in, de Broglie, Rutherford, Bohr model came, later on then Einstein in 1905, he entered, he gave his photoelectric concept. A double slit experiment came that no, light is not in double slit, it is vibrating. And today in 2023, they put the detector, with the help of detector, they tried to know the particulate or the wave, and they could not observe because it was not possible to detect in the form of particle. So all these concepts went on. Finally, the quantum is saying that the word quantum was coined by the scientist. He got in 1918 Nobel Prize by a German physicist, and he coined the name quanta, and then it became quantum. And all these things he mentioned that they are in the form of bundle of energy. And Then in 1920, again, the experiment was done by Einstein. He mentioned E is equal to mc square. Means matter, mass can be converted into energy and energy can be converted into mass. And he gave the equation that is called E is equal to mc square. Means energy is related to mass. But the thing is that when we are talking of energy and wave, it is very, very minute particle, that is electron. Once anything is big in size, there is nothing like wave. It is physical state. And according to Newton, anything will exist only head and tail fashion, in these two fashions. And their positions are definite. Everything is certain. There is nothing like uncertainty. There is nothing like probability. Because they have very simple either head or tail. If suppose you take my hand, this is head position and this is tail position. Either it will be like this or it will be like this. Only two states are there for every matter. And it is certain. In the same way, for example, if I give the example how certain is, if someone is going to Abuja from Maiduguri and he is starting at 7 a.m., it is certain with 120 speed, space, distance is known, speed is known, and then time is known, that it is 1100 kilometer. If he goes by 120 kilometer around it, he will reach Abuja certainly within 11 hours time. So time is known, is certain, his distance is certain, and his reaching is certain. That is called certainty. But if it is in quantum state, nothing is certain. Neither time is certain, nor distance is certain, nor position is certain. Just like these two are in this form and it is in this form, both are certain. But once this one is in vertical state and it is dancing, vibrating, there is vibration, and this vibration is actually giving indefinite position. You cannot fix. And once you observe, then by observing, you cannot find out its any fixed position. And that is called quantum position. And every atom is having these particles, that is electron, proton, neutron. And these particles, electron, for example, all these particles, they are entangled with other particles. And that is called entanglement of two particles. So nowadays, main work is going on entanglement of the particles in the universe. And the whole universe is nothing but photon, is energy. And this photon is having photoelectric effect. What it was given by Einstein, that I will show you the picture, that if any surface is there and photon is falling, it will knock down electron. And this electron, some energy of this photon, when it is falling on the surface of metal, it will knock down, electron will be ejected, and this electron will be having kinetic energy. So some energy of photon is consumed to eject the electron from this metal. That is photoelectric effect. And that electron, once it is ejected, it will contain some kinetic energy, and it will start behaving sometimes as a wave and sometimes as a particle. According to Newton, because Newton believed in classical world, he mentioned that even if there is a light is having particle, and these particles are forming the wave. All the waves are particles. What he mentioned that you can take the example of water, H2O. H2O, water is having trillions and trillions of H2O molecules. And those H2O molecules, they are very smoothly arranged. And that's why this water is also making wave like this in the sea or in the river. So that wave is containing the water molecule in the form of particle. In the same way, according to Newton model, that these photons, they are particle, and if they are wave, that wave is made up of particle. But when we talk of quantum, photon, when the group of scientists, because it was divided two groups, one group classical with particle, with physical state, with only head and tail. The other group, no, uncertainty. This group was having certainty with the energy, and other group without certainty. So all these things brought lot of research, and still today, even the 2022 Physics Nobel Prize was given only on that is entanglement of photon. And this entanglement, that is quantum entanglement, is nowadays the most important emerging technology. And now the photons are used how to carry the information with the help of entanglement. Because entanglement is like that, if two particles, they are dancing together, they are entangled. When they are entangled, once it is separated, even it has gone to moon, 800 million kilometer, for example, then what is position spinning will be there, it will follow the same opposite spin. They are affected with each other because they are entangled. And according to quantum theory, according to Einstein, all the particles, subatomic particles, they are entangled. Entanglement is there. So that is the main thing here. And now let us come to other concept. Other concept of universal quantum is that the whole universe is nothing but different form of energy, and all matters, they are in the form of atoms, and all these atoms and matters, the chemists and physicists can give different shape, different size, some amazing things they can manufacture. For example, with the same steel, iron, someone is manufacturing bicycle, someone is manufacturing automobile car, Mercedes Benz, someone is manufacturing aeroplane, Boeing, but with the same steel and plastic, same atom and matter. But the designing and it's all the engineering, everything is different. So the man who is going with bicycle is a poor man's work. The same steel is used. The other one is rich. He is going the same steel and plastic material, the same atom, same matter. He is rich. And the more super rich, they are going by aeroplane, they have their personal jet, the same matter, same plastic, same steel. And it is all the matter and atom. So nowadays, lot of work is on quantum world. When I say quantum world means uncertainty. And nature, you have to understand, whole nature in natural form is in quantum state. You cannot predict anything. For example, here, listen to me, I will give one example. Very interesting example. Bill Gates, he is the founder of Microsoft. Then Apple founder, Mark, who established the Apple company, they are producing iPhone and so other electronics. and even the billionaire of Borno State, Al-Hajin. So they are school dropout. Mark, Bill Gates, and our Al-Hajin, I personally met. Once he invited me, and I inquired and I asked. He said he never attended primary school. Then I asked, how do you know 4 or 5 languages? He said, it's my creation. I created myself all this curiosity. Out of that I learned. Here it is, quantum is there. He was in quantum state of energy. That is called where you cannot predict. For example, all these 3 people, when they left their school or college or university, nothing was known. Nothing was known. Sometimes they might have become the taxi driver, maybe street hawkers, but they became multi-billionaire and they became the founder of Microsoft and Apple. I mean, this is a very, very interesting thing. The reason is that what energy in the form of photon, in the form of quantum, and that is in their everybody's head. That is 800 gram spongy mass of protein. That protein is just like is a mud. Is a mud. Everybody is having that mud. It depends how you are potter, mud potter, just like what they give the shape, So that is called, that is neuroplasticity. The latest research is going on. How you are going to mold your brain. So that brain, which is molded at the quantum level. Your mind is quantum level. You close your eye and you can imagine, you can dream lot of things, dreaming and imagination. What it is coming to your brain. Brain is a protein mass. But your mind, your thinking is quantum level. You are in quantum world. So once these 3 gentlemen, highly respected, highly successful people, one is from our Borno state, and other 2 are from America. In quantum state, they use their mud, this brain mass, in creative thinking, in creative work. And that's why they could construct so many things at quantum level. And everything as quantum levels means photon. It is energy. So once you are using your energy, once you are in quantum world, please don't use in negative direction. Keep it in positive direction. Because everybody is having the same mud. I call it mud. That protein, 800 gram spongy protein mass in every human being. And basically, let me tell you, any child which is born either in Maiduguri or in New York or in Delhi, they are born equal with the same muddy mass. That we call it brain. It depends upon energy environment. It's always under energy. They are atom, electron, particles, photon, in the form of photon. So in 2 worlds we are living. One is physical world, where we can predict. In the world where Newton is saying that apple is falling, will come to ground. It will not go up. But the other quantum world is like that? No, it is dancing. Newton says that no, anything in the particle form can have only head and tail. The other group said no, it's not like that. There is a multi-direction. Energy, photon, it can be entangled. And that's why quantum information is at door, is coming. Quantum technology, lot of work is going on today in India, China, Russia, in that quantum information. That's why I'm giving all the concept of energy and what is the quantum entanglement. And so what I was telling, that your brain is just like mud. Mud means with some molding property. And mud potters, they can give the shape, the tukunya or this and plate and so many different shape, but they are product of mud. The beauty is given by how it is handled. That is quantum. Means material is same photon, same electron, same atom. One is bicycle, one is Mercedes car, and one is aeroplane. Same steel, same plastic, same pen. It is all a shape is given by your quantum state, your not brain, your mind. And your mind is nothing but energy. That's why nowadays, as a chemist and scientist, I am talking this because I belong to Muslim culture. I am practicing Muslim. That's why I believe in death. Otherwise, nowadays people are saying there is nothing like death. If anybody they declared as a death, they say that they have gone in quantum level. Vibration, his energy form is changed. In space, it has gone. Your death is quantum. Energy state is changed. But of course, that one is, from scientific point of view, people are saying. But here, no doubt, your mind, consciousness, subconsciousness, closing your eye, you can reach to Abuja, and in your brain, lot of things you can recover. That is your quantum entanglement. That is your energy, photon, is behaving like a wave. And your muddy mass, that is brain, 700 gram is there. So I'm going to show some of the pictures. So I'm showing here very clear picture of one is Newton model. From the bulb, light is coming in the form of particle. And the other one is Dutch scientist whose model is in the form of wave. So our greatest scientist, Newton, he was made of particle. And the Dutch scientist, he was the scientist of wave. So the two scientist groups were divided in 17th century. Here I am showing this type of experiment was done by Einstein. E is equal to mc square photon, and when photon is falling, that is light, on any surface of the metal, it will knock down or it will eject one electron, two electron, three electron, and the photon energy will be used first to eject the electron, and that electron will take second portion of the energy. First portion is used to eject the electron, and second portion is taken in the form of kinetic energy. That's why all these electrons will be behaving like a photon. That is called photoelectric effect done by Einstein. It's a very famous experiment that is called double slit experiment done by Dutch physicists, and this shows that if electron or a light, they would have been only as a particle, they would have been double lining, but rather than double lining, that's why it is called a double slit experiment. It is in the form of wave, and they gave the name that the wave function, and it was very clear according to this experiment that photons are nothing but they are wave of energy. This is the entanglement. I have already told you that the subatomic particles like electron and others, once they are separated, they are entangled, and they are dancing in such a tune that even if they are separated, they will be entangled. They will be having their connectivity coordination, and that is called entanglement. And photons, they are entangled, and that with the help of this entanglement, these photons will carry the information, and this entanglement actually cancelled the theory of Einstein, because according to Einstein, the highest speed in the world is by light. But here with this entanglement, the light frequency or wavelength or speed will be nothing, because with entanglement, within no time, within no second, even if one entangled particle is 800 million kilometer away or 1 billion kilometer away, it will be tangled. So this is the latest 2024 photo of the photon, that two photon, how they are entangled and how they are spinning together, coordinating. And that is what students can go to Google and they can read more how the photons are entangled and how they are behaving. So I have given here the summary of some dates and those scientists, physicists, chemists who were involved. And here I should not forget to mention the names of the, I call them fathers of the quantum theory or dual nature of electron, which is behaving as a particle and as a wave. So the first word, quanta, was coined by one German physicist. His name was Max Planck, and he was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics, that was in 1918, and he gave the name quantum. And the others are Niels Bohr, of course, Einstein, de Broglie, Rutherford. They are all fathers of this sub-particle of the atom, and still the work is going on, and there are two groups of scientists, physicists, chemists who were divided. One group with certainty, particle, other group with wave. That is quantum. Number one, Newton model of light. We call it Newton model of light or Newtonian concept of light, or is called as Newtonian concept of light, is that light is made of particles. That's all. That is his concept. Newton's concept that no, it is not wave, it is made up of particle. That particles, they are forming the wave. And it was given in 1700, and from 1700 up to 1800, for 100 years, Newtonian concept was acceptable. But number two, Dutch scientists came in after, that is 1800, in 1801. His name was Christian Huygens. Huygens concept I have shown it in the image. So Christian Huygens, the Dutch, he was the leader of Dutch scientists, and that group gave the concept of light as a wave. They said no, it is not particle, and Newtonian concept is wrong. It is all in the form of wave. There is nothing like particle. Then again in the year 1804, Thomas Young's experiment was done, and that experiment is known as very famous, well-known experiment, is called double slit experiment. And according to this experiment, that image you have seen, I showed you, that if it is particle, it will be in the two slit and two line, but rather than a line, it was in the form of a wave. So that shows that the light of photon is wave, and they are found into destructive and constructive interference. That word is coined by the Thomas Young's experiment. That once they are destructive, means they can cancel with each other, that wave, and once it is constructive, means they can overlap and it will be more. Number four, in the year 1905, experiment of photoelectric effect was conducted by young man. At that time he was 22-year-old, Einstein, and he said no, all the photons, when they are falling on any metal or in that substance, electron is ejected. And that electron which is ejected will get some kinetic energy from that photon. So one portion of the energy of photon which is falling, that may be sunlight from any source, is going to eject the electron. The second portion is preserved in the electron in the form of kinetic energy, and that's why it will behave like a photon. So that was the most important theory. And then he mentioned that energy and matter, they are convertible, and he gave very famous that is called equation of relativity, that matter, mass and energy, they are interconvertible. That is called E is equal to mc square. Number 5, in the year 1923, experiment by Arthur Compton showed that X-ray light is the carrier of energy. First time it was mentioned, because in the beginning, when it was discovered that all the matter is made up of atom, and atoms are having subatomic particles, they said it's enough. Atom cannot be used as a source of energy or anything. And today it is the main source of energy, main source of carrier, main source of entanglement, and in space, lot of activities because of that. And so he mentioned that X-ray is the carrier of energy. That was Arthur Compton's. By this time, all scientists accepted the dual nature of electron. Means electron can behave as a particle, and electron also can behave as a wave. Then in 1927, two American scientists did the experiment, and they mentioned you cannot touch the wave, but you can touch the particle. And that another very interesting statement was given in 1927, and according to them, conversion of wave nature into particle, and again particle nature into wave nature is a bombshell, and it is not possible to reach to any conclusion. And they gave that it is nothing but energy of the universe, and it is infinite. So this is what I have given all these very, very clear, in a very simple language I have tried. There are a lot of complications, but I have removed so that all the students at any level, from secondary to BSc level, they can understand the quantum world and the classical world, the world of certainty and the world of probability, and all very clear picture of electron and photon. With this, I will stop. So in the last but not least, let you mold your, I call it muddy mass, like a muddy potter who can give very, very beautiful shape, and it can add lot of value. In the same way, everybody's brain is the same, 700-800 gram protein, spongy mass, but it depends how you are going to mold it in beautiful form. That is your mind and thinking, so that you can go to any level, up to the level of Bill Gates, Marx, or even Al-Haji, Indigo, or anybody, those who are big scientists or businessmen or anybody, is all the molding of your brain in quantum state. Once again, thank you very much for watching the lecture.